Spectre Divide is a new FPS game on the block and it comes with a twist, which means buying weapons can also be complicated. My name is Abdullah, you're watching Candid.Technology, and in this video we're talking about all of the Spectre Divide weapon buying things that you need to know about. So once you jump into the game and press the buy menu, you will notice that there is a lot to discover here. This can be a really confusing buy menu if you're playing the game for the first time. So let's just quickly go over everything that you see. So on the top here is your team inventory. This is your own inventory or currently equipped inventory. This is your money. This is what you'll get minimum in the next round. And then these are just weapon starts. So we'll start with the sidearms. The default sidearm that you and your Spectre get is the M2 Carbon. This is a sort of a Glock kind of weapon. Has good fire rate and damage at range, but it's essentially the basic default pistol. The second pistol pair is the M10 Brat and the Shiv. So the M10 Brat, if you've played Counter-Strike, you will find out that this is very similar to the CZ75 Auto. In the sense that it's a ridiculously fast firing pistol that you can use. Let me just show you how. So okay, yeah, the M10 Brat. So it's a ridiculously fast firing pistol and with ridiculously low ammo, so you'll very quickly run out of bullets. It doesn't do a lot of damage on range, so you'll have to be really close to your enemy in order to make the most out of this weapon. Next, and the final weapon pair is the Duster RX6 and Shiv, and this is the one I like using the most. Simply because the Duster RX6 is essentially the game's deagle. It's a one-tap headshot if you're under 25 meters, as I think. Yeah, so if you're under 25 meters, it's a one-tap headshot. And 25 meters beyond, it's 145 damage to the head, which is still a lot. So you can maximum finish anyone at any range in just like 2 bullets at most. So you just shoot and the character goes down. So this is a great gun for one taps. On the other hand, the Shiv is sort of like the game's USPS. So it's a silenced pistol which has got enough enough magazine capacity, enough damage. It's a very versatile pistol, and I prefer using this with the Duster RX6 combo. Great, so moving on to the primary weapons. As I said before, you buy weapons in pairs in Spectre Divide, and there are 3 tiers for you to choose from. Tier 1 and Tier 2 are SMG tiers, Tier 3 and Tier 4 are assault rifle tiers, and then finally Tier 5 is the sniper tier. As you can see, these are the lead weapons for every tier: the M25 Hornet, the Buzz for Tier 1, Buzzsaw RT40 for Tier 2, Cyclone assault rifle for Tier 3, Crusader assault rifle for Tier 4, and then the prototype OP sniper rifle for Tier 5. Some people also like to call the prototype OP the AWP. It's not the AWP, it's a future version of the AWP. Keep the games different. But anyways, so in Tier 1, you get the choice between, so your primary Spectre will have the M25 Hornet, and your secondary Spectre will have either the M17 Bouncer, the Duster RX6, or the Harpe semi-automatic sniper rifle. So if I just go down, so yeah, this is the M25 Hornet. This is essentially a MP5 kind of SMG. Good fire rate, kind of okay damage, reloads very quickly. So this is the perfect thing for eco rounds or eco buys where you need to quickly go around a corner and just spray through people. On the other hand, the M17 Bouncer is a pump action shotgun. Once again, good for close quarters, but other than that, it's not really too special of a weapon. There is absolutely zero accuracy or anything else involved in it. So for example, if I teleport to this this crosshair, you'll see that if I shoot, the weapon spread is actually pretty bad versus compared to something like the MP5 or M25, which is, as you can see, I can keep it really concentrated, and even if I shoot without ADS, you can still sort of one tap this and be more accurate. The shotgun, well, shotguns are supposed to be inaccurate at a longer range, so if you're really up close and personal to someone, you can still give them a face full of bullets, like this bot is about to get. One hit kill. Even if I get hit on the body, it's still a one hit kill. So you have to be really close and really accurate to be able to use this to its full extent. The SMG, on the other hand, the M25 Hornet, pretty standard weapon, just point and shoot and spray and pray. The next, if we've already covered the Duster RX, but the sniper and the M25 combo is interesting. So we've already covered the M25, but the Harpe is the semi-automatic sniper rifle. This will one hit headshot kill people. So if we look at the stats here, 0 meter plus, it has 202 damage to the head, 101 to the body, and 85 to the legs. So at any range you can one hit headshot people, but body shots will be 100, so it will take 2 bullets, and then of course leg shots will take I guess 3 bullets or 2 bullets, but depending on where you're shooting them. This is also the only weapon in the game that takes an accuracy hit when you're moving, sort of. So you need to be absolutely still before you're shooting this, because if I do, let's say if I do this, you can see that it was nowhere near my crosshair. While if I switch to my Spectre and if I do this, you can see I can still trace a pretty accurate line. So the sniper rifles in this game really do get a movement hit, so you have to be standing absolutely still to be able to use it, and of course need to be good at aiming. Moving on to our tier 2 weapons, the first thing is the Buzzsaw SMG along with the Harpe. So Buzzsaw SMG is slightly more powerful than the M25. You can consider this sort of a P90 equivalent. Very high fire rate and a big magazine capacity, so you get 40 bullets, and it actually does some really good damage as well, because if you look at the Buzzsaw RT, you have 62 damage to the head within 0 to 20 meters, and 25 to the body, 25 to the legs, and then post 24 meters the damage falls off just a little to the head. So at that point you'll only be spraying at the body, and the gun has enough fire rate and you can move around freely enough with it to be able to mow down anyone. So this is a very good SMG. If you can spend the cash, this is actually a better alternative than the M25 Hornet, which has a much lower magazine. So here you get a much higher fire, not a much higher, but a higher fire rate and a bigger magazine capacity. And then of course the second weapon is the same Harpe sniper rifle. Moving on, the next combination is the Trident Burst Assault Rifle and the Buzzsaw RT40. So the Trident is the only burst assault rifle in the game. Burst assault rifle in the sense that you can only shoot 3 bullets at a time, even if you hold down your mouse button. So the thing with the Trident is it's 116 damage to the head, 33 to the body, 30 to the legs. A really high armor penetration on this one, so if your enemies are armored, you will be able to go through their armor and hit their body really quickly. So this is good for holding long range angles, and this will force you to burst fire, so you'll mostly be accurate with it as long as you're moving. But of course if you get stuck in a close quarters sort of situation, then you'll be in trouble. And then finally we have the Whisper SMG and the Buzzsaw RT. So Whisper SMG is your MP5 silenced version. So no tracers, very low audio, but not a lot of damage at range. So you'd only be using this on sort of eco rounds and when you want to sort of ease into the enemy territory. The fire rate is fine. The magazine capacity is on the lower side. You only have 25 bullets in the magazine, so you get essentially 4 sprays before the weapon runs out of ammo, and you'll have to switch over to the other SMG. Next up we have tier 3, which starts with the Cyclone Assault Rifle, and the first weapon that you get is the M18 Drummer, which is the automatic shotgun in the game. So let's talk about the assault rifle first. This is by far my favorite weapon in the game so far. It's accurate. As you can see, I can really keep the bullets concentrated in one area. So if I'm spraying down an enemy from range, I can control and sort of suppress people. 30 bullets, 120 magazine capacity, so pretty standard loadout on that front. It does 140 damage to the head within 15 meters, 124 within 30, and 116 post 30, and the body and the leg damage drops off, as you can see on the screen right here. But the problem with this is that the fire rate is sort of slow, and the reload time, the reload time is kind of fine. So when you're talking about the fire rate, as you can see, this does have damage in it, but people can easily outflank you with SMG. So that's one thing you need to be careful of when you're using this, that you maintain your distance. Otherwise, it's a pretty good assault rifle. Now moving on to the M18 Drummer. This is the game's semi-auto shotgun. So you can just really mow down people, but it has an overheat cooldown of sorts. So it has 12 bullets, but 18 actually, but you can only shoot 5 at a time before it reheats, and then you have to wait before you can shoot again. If you're looking for accuracy in a shotgun, this one might do the trick simply because it lets you unload a lot more bullets. So if you like going guns blazing in narrow spaces, this will absolutely obliterate your enemies. Other than that, I would say you avoid this combination. Next up is the M49 Fury and the Cyclone AR combination in tier 3, and this one is my favorite to use because so the M49 is not the best machine gun in the game. It's kind of slow firing, but it has a lot of ammo and it packs enough damage. So you get a clip of 50, and with that you can easily just suppress anyone. So even if the enemy is shooting back at you, they will run out of bullets before you do, and you can just mow them down. The damage is also pretty good. So you get 62 damage to the head within 30 meters and 56 to the head post 30 meters, 38 to the body, 33 to the legs. So you definitely need multiple bullets to kill an enemy. You're not gonna be one-tapping people with this either. You're gonna have to do at least 3 bullets to the head, which is not great, but this isn't a weapon you kind of pick for accuracy. You just want to lock in on an enemy and they just spray down. And for that, it's great. If you're covering an open space, so wait, let me demonstrate this by, can I get the puck there? No, I can't. Yeah, so if let's say I'm standing here, I'm looking over an entryway like that, or I'm just looking over this entire space, I can really put down a lot of suppressing fire. I can just keep people from moving in, and it also has a really high penetration. So if you're shooting through objects, you can still get people there. So it's really just a mowing down weapon. And then when you need accuracy, you can always switch to the Cyclone. Faster rate of fire, better accuracy, and of course more damage to the head, so it only takes 2 bullets. Next up is the semi-auto AR, which is the Tempest along with the Cyclone. So Tempest is, well, it's a weird weapon. It's a weird weapon in the sense that it will one-shot kill anyone at any range. So no matter how far away you are, it has 156 damage to the head, 30 meters beyond, 250 in 15 meters, and then 203 within 15 to 30. So lethal headshots at any range, has good optics, and of course you can just toggle the zoom using this. But the rate of fire is sort of different. So if you spam left mouse when firing this gun, your accuracy will take a very big hit because it has a lot of recoil. So you have to be sort of patient with it. Great gun if you're accurate with your aim, a great gun for holding down long angles because of the lethal headshots. But if you get ambushed with something, you're going to have a hard time defending yourself. Still, if you're in a close range place, you can still sort of spam someone, but it's a great thing for looking out on long angles if you don't want to spend the money for a sniper rifle. I would also recommend buying the Tempest over the Harpe sniper, simply because while you do get the lethal headshots, it doesn't the Tempest doesn't take as much of accuracy hit when you're moving, and when you get ambushed by people, the Tempest will come in much more handy in case you don't have your other Spectre alive or around you. So if you're considering a sniper and an AR sort of role, really do go for the Tempest and the Cyclone AR. Moving on to tier 4. Now we have the Crusader assault rifle along with the Berserker. So the Crusader is slightly more powerful than the Cyclone AR. So if we look at the Cyclone here, we have the damage in close range is higher, but the Tempest actually sort of maintains its damage fall off. The Crusader maintains its damage fall off. So it's more powerful as an assault rifle at a longer range. It also has a higher rate of fire. I believe the fire rate is similar. No, the Crusader has a higher rate of fire, more power, and slightly better accuracy at range. So if you can spend the money, go for it. The other gun that it comes with, the Berserker RB3. This is the ultimate machine gun in the game. You get a lot more ammo. Obviously takes a lot of time to load, but you get 75 clips in a box, so you can really spray down people on range. You can just blind fire it into smokes and you will hit something or someone. So if you were going, for example, the combo that I go for, the M49 and the Cyclone, if you want a similar combo, this one works really well. The next is a dual assault rifle combo. So while you get your Crusader here, you get Blackout. So Blackout is a silenced assault rifle. Fire rate is slightly higher than the Crusader, magazine capacity is much lower, and damage is also much lower. But the advantage of that is that you get an increased movement speed and tracers are invisible to enemies. So if you like sneaking around backlines and want a more powerful weapon to do that, other than a Shiv or an SMG, this is the weapon to go for. And then finally we have the M16 Reaver and the Crusader. Now the M16 Reaver is sort of like a upgraded version of the Tempest. So you get lethal headshots at any range and 4 bullets to the body to kill anyone. But the advantage that this has over the Tempest, the advantage the Reaver has over the Tempest, is that you can really spam your left click and really spam shoot when moving, and it doesn't lose its accuracy by all that much. So for example, if I'm moving around, I can't do that with the Tempest, but I can do it with the M67 Reaver. And then of course you have your Crusader for a full auto assault rifle combo. So if you like using the Tempest but sort of not very good with the low range spraying, you can go ahead and get this combination. Finally, we come to the prototype op. So this is the op in Spectre Divide. As you can probably guess, it's a one-hit kill at any range. So you can shoot the head, you can shoot the body, or you can shoot the legs. It won't do anything to the legs. Legs will take 2 damage. So this is the weapon stats for this. So 255 head, 150 body, 124 on the legs. So even if you manage to tag someone with it, they're not gonna last very long. Also, can I just point out, it has a really good, really meaty sound to this. Like, that's how sniper rifles should sound. Anyways, along with the op, you get along with the op, you get the Whisper SMG, If you're buying this combination, I would recommend that you keep both of your Spectres nearby. So Whisper SMG is sort of your last ditch resort if you get rushed by multiple people and you can't snipe them off. Switch to your Spectre and then just take them out like that. The next combo is the Op and the M18 Drummer. And if you have the money and you like covering your own back, this is the combination to go for, because if you're getting rushed, you can have your Spectre in like a narrow alley like this and really just hold down the gun and give yourself time to escape. The final combo is the Blackout Assault Rifle and the Prototype OP. This is by far one of the best sniping combos in the game, because not only do you get a very fast firing and powerful suppressed weapon, you can get yourself into really good positions with this. So you can, for example, use the Blackout to clear out corners, make sure that you're not detected, and then once you're in place, you can use the Op to clear people out. Of course, one of the most powerful weapon combos in the game, because you can cover both long, short, and mid ranges with these three weapons. And that's it. That's all there is to weapons in Spectre Divide. I mean, you do have armor. So you have light armor for 25 and heavy armor for 50. They both absorb 66% of the damage taken until broken. And they reduce view kick when receiving damage by 50%. So essentially how much your camera shakes when you get hit is halved. And you only take 1/3 of the damage of a bullet when you're wearing armor. If you like this video, consider subscribing, give us a thumbs up, press the bell icon, and tell us in the comments below whether you've started playing Spectre Divide or not. If you'd like to know more about tech, visit our website Candid.Technology, follow us on social media, follow me on Instagram or Twitter, and we'll see you in the next video.